Mirror, mirror on the wall, is that a new wrinkle? Look, aging happens to all of us, but sometimes it feels like it hits us out of nowhere. Maybe you see a friend and they look exactly the same while you swear you aged like a banana left in the sun. Hold on, don't reach for the anti-aging cream just yet. Believe it or not, some everyday habits might be secretly adding years to your appearance. We're not talking about plastic surgery or fancy treatments, but simple things you might not even realize. So, ditch the magnifying mirror and the age panic. Let's break down these sneaky habits that make you look older and show you the secrets to keeping your youthful glow. So, you're cruising through life, feeling good, but sometimes you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and think, wait, do I really look like that? Well, let's get into mistakes that might be adding a few extra years to your appearance without you even realizing it. First up, let's talk about shoes. Yep, you heard me right. Shoes can make a big difference when it comes to how old you look. Rocking outdated styles or wearing inappropriate footwear for the occasion can add some serious years to your vibe. Trust me, those square-toe dress shoes from back in the day, it's time to retire them and upgrade to something more modern. Now, I get it. You might think shoes are just a small detail in the grand scheme of things, but trust me, they can make a huge difference in how old you look. Imagine you're rocking those square-toe dress shoes you wore to prom back in the early 2000s. Yeah, it's time to switch things up. See, wearing outdated styles can instantly add years to your appearance. It's like listening to a Nickelback album. It's just not cool anymore. So, ditch those square toes and opt for something more modern, like shoes with rounded toes. Trust me, it'll freshen up your look in no time. But that's not all. Inappropriate formality is another shoe-related mistake that can age you. Imagine you're wearing your running shoes with a pair of straight-leg denim. Not a good look. It's like trying to mix oil and water. It just doesn't work. Instead, invest in a nice pair of smart sneakers that can be dressed up a bit. Think sleek and stylish, the kind of shoes that elevate your outfit without trying too hard. And hey, if sneakers aren't your thing, why not go for a pair of classic boots or loafers? The key is to find what works for you and your personal style. Oh, and speaking of style, let's talk about versatility. Having a separate pair of shoes for different occasions is key. Save your running shoes for the gym and opt for something more fashionable when you're out and about. Trust me, it'll make all the difference. So let's talk about rogue hair. You know, those pesky little strands that seem to pop up everywhere except your head. As men age, hormonal changes can lead to an increase in the production of DHT, a hormone that can make hair follicles in certain areas more sensitive. And before you know it, you've got hair sprouting up in places you never even knew hair could grow. Your ears, your nose, your back, you name it. It's like a never-ending battle against unwanted hair. And trust me, it's not a pretty sight. But there's a simple solution. Grooming. Yep, just a few extra minutes added to your grooming routine can make all the difference. Trim those nose hairs, tame those crazy eyebrows, and for the love of all things stylish, say goodbye to the neck beard. Sure, it might seem like a hassle at first, but trust me, it's worth it. Not only will you look more put together, but you'll also shave off a few years from your appearance. And let's be real, who doesn't want to look and feel their best, no matter their age? So don't let rogue hair get the best of you. Take charge of your grooming routine and show those pesky strands who's boss. Your future self will thank you for it. Trust me on that one. All right, let's talk about worn-out clothing. Now don't get me wrong, I'm all about investing in clothes that can stand the test of time. You know, those pieces that you can rock year after year without ever going out of style. But here's the thing, not all clothes are created equal, and as they start to age, it definitely shows. Worn-out clothing can be a major culprit in making men look older than they actually are. I'm talking about those faded, tattered t-shirts that you used to wear religiously, but are now relegated to sleepwear status. Yeah, those ones. They might hold sentimental value, but let's face it, they're not doing you any favors in the style department. When your clothes start to look unkempt, faded, or outdated, it can give off a vibe of being tired or past your prime. And let's be honest, none of us want to give off that vibe, right? So, it's important to know when it's time to give your wardrobe a little refresh and upgrade. The next up on our list is something that can really age a guy: clinging to his youth. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting to hold on to those memories of your younger days. But when it comes to your wardrobe, there's a time and a place to let go of the past. Can you imagine you're 40 years old, but you're still rocking those shiny basketball shorts from high school and those tank tops that scream, "I'm trying way too hard to look young"? Yeah, it's time to retire those bad boys. Here's the thing. Dressing in clothes that were cool when you were a teenager can actually make you look older than you are. It's like you're stuck in a time warp, and trust me, nobody wants to be stuck in the 90s forever. Now, I get it. You might think you're staying hip and trendy by holding onto these relics from your youth. But here's the truth. Trying too hard to adopt youthful styles can actually backfire and make you look even older. Think about it. When you see someone who's clearly trying to look younger than they are, it kind of draws attention to the fact that they're getting up there in age. It's like they're shouting, "Hey, look at me. I'm desperately clinging to my youth." And let's be real. That's not a good look on anyone. I've seen it happen time and time again, with both men and women. They get a little too trigger-happy with the plastic surgery, or they go overboard trying to keep up with the latest trends, and before you know it, they've aged themselves way beyond their years. But here's the thing. Aging is a natural part of life, and there's beauty in embracing it gracefully. Instead of trying to change everything about ourselves or desperately clinging to our youth, why not focus on aging with dignity and authenticity? I truly believe that men look their best when they dress appropriately for their age and wear clothes that flatter their physique. It's all about enhancing your overall appearance in a way that feels genuine and confident. So, the next time you're tempted to squeeze into those skinny jeans or throw on that backwards cap, ask yourself, am I dressing to impress others, or am I dressing to feel comfortable and confident in my own skin? Trust me, there's nothing sexier than a man who's comfortable in his own age and embraces it with style. You know, it's okay to get older. In fact, I think it's something more people need to realize. Clinging to your youth too much can actually end up making you look older in the long run. Let's talk about gray hair for a minute. I'll be honest. I think gray hair is incredibly sexy, especially on men. It adds character and sophistication that you just can't get with a bottle of dye. Sure, you could spend hours in the bathroom trying to cover up those silver strands, but trust me, it's not worth it. Box dye can end up looking unnatural and harsh, not to mention the damage it can do to your hair in the long run. Embracing your gray hair is a sign of confidence and maturity, and personally, I'm all for it. Now, let's talk about putting in effort, or rather, the lack thereof. As we get older, we often find ourselves juggling more responsibilities and having less time to focus on ourselves. And while it's important not to become obsessed with our appearance, it's still crucial to take care of ourselves from the inside out. That means fueling our bodies with nutritious foods, staying active, and prioritizing our mental and emotional well-being. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you can't still take pride in your appearance. In fact, taking care of yourself can lead to a better quality of life for longer. So, don't be afraid to show up for yourself and put in the effort to be the best version of you, gray hair and all. For a bonus tip, if you're someone who wears glasses, trust me, the frames you choose can make a world of difference. Why? Well, they sit right on your face, and they're often one of the first things people notice about you. But here's the thing. I've seen people pick frames that age them like crazy. There's this trend on TikTok where people post videos asking others to guess their age. And let me tell you, I've been shocked by some of the results. The culprit? Their eyeglass frames. Some of them make the wearers look a good 20 years older than they actually are. So, if you wear glasses, it's crucial to choose frames that complement your face shape and enhance your features. Just because a certain style looks good on someone else doesn't mean it'll work for you. It's all about finding what suits you best and enhances your natural look. But here's the thing. Try to avoid frames that scream outdated or age you like crazy. Trust me, you'll thank me later when you're rocking a pair of glasses that make you look stylish and youthful. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, Do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.